Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going into the final map of the night. This is, of course, going to be Pain versus Selfless, and it is Train, the second map pick, Pain's map pick, but they did, of course, take the first map on the Overpass, which Selfless picked. So, interesting to see that kind of dynamic. I am Hugo, of course, here again with Harry.
Yeah, how's it going? And well, we already saw a very, very good first map, very back and forth, and ended up finishing relatively closely. And, you know, I think now, it going into Train, a map that I believe me and you are both quite fond of, it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams go on head-to-head. It's a much more team-based map, and it's going to be interesting just to see how the dynamics work here.
Yeah, and we're going to be kicking it straight off with the pistol round. Selfless taking the knife and picking, of course, that famous CT side here on Train. It is a CT-sided map, so Pain got to do some cheeky little moves and pull out the rabbit out of the hat, as you could so put. But straight off the bat, no one's just going to tap out the first player. Lula going straight down here for Pain, and they will have a deagle to work with though, so Lula actually not investing in any armor that round, so he could buy out the deagle for his teammate, and dukeN just going to be peeking in towards main. Does take down no one for the refrag, but it's still going to be a 4v4 on Pain, getting ready to push out on towards this A site, but actually rotating the bomb back towards B. We, of course, have S1 up in towards the ladder room area, so he's going to be able to join them. And this seems like it will be a full commitment from the Pain side as they get ready for the late B push into the round.
Yeah, it's going to be a 4-on-4 when it eventually comes down to it. It's all going to be down to Brehze to try and hold this one down with the USP in hand, and they're slowly making their way on through. Three members of Selfless over towards A, with Caboose probably being the one who can rotate in the fastest for when this push does come underway. 45 seconds left. Not any utility to get them out onto the site, so it's just going to be a dry attack here, and well, Brehze is going to try and find at least one frag. Gets one, going to go for the second as well. Manages to make it two. Looking for a third, and he gets the third. Brehze, what are you doing? It's all to come down to KillDreaM, and he finds the frag, puts a stop to the legacy of Brehze, and it's going to be a 1 versus 3 now, and KillDreaM just can't find the shots. Nifty's going to take him down, and the pistol round is going to go the way of Selfless.
Great work there on the site from Brehze, and of course we will see that defuse coming in with plenty of time, and Pain, they will probably be going for the second round eco before they go for their initial buy in the third round. And the thing is, when you see you know, an overdog team get the bomb down on the T side, they typically just go for the force anyway, knowing they're going to massively destroy the opponent. But while Pain did win the previous map, it wasn't so much of a stomp, so they've got to take into account the fact that they may not be completely stomping this round, so this map, so it could still be dangerous territory either way. And we will, of course, just see this eco come in before their buy in their first round.
Yeah, it's going to be only one ump on the side of Selfless to try and build up a nice little economy. The rest opting for rifles instead. They don't want to give too much respect in the way of Pain, because they know that this team is very, very capable of putting the hurt on when it comes down to it. We're going to be seeing Pain stacking up outside of A, trying to keep things relatively quiet, not giving away too much into the way of Selfless. They've got KillDreaM as well over towards B, watching out for any early aggression from the CT side. He's not going to be able to find anyone just yet, but Nifty has gone very aggressive in towards PopDog. Could actually come up behind these players if he opts to go up the ladder, and that could spell disaster here for Pain.
Yep, and the rifles, of course, going to be pretty dominant here for the Selfless side, so they should just be able to mow down these players as they attempt to push in towards the site, of course, and we will see KillDreaM probably trying to kick things off over towards B. We've only got a bit of control though, and it is going to be towards connected, so very backed off here. Selfless is paying for the retake, allowing the bomb plant if need be, and Brehze going to be kicking things off. They're dropping the first player. Dream, he does go down, and then we will see the rest of them push out on towards A, but finally a kill from dukeN. Takes one with a P250, return from Nifty coming from the flank, and Mitch also chiming in from the site as well, so all going to be on S1 here as he comes out of the PopDog, but completely destroyed from Nifty. Another round for Selfless, and they only lose one player in the process.
Yeah, it is going to be a UMP up on the side of Nifty, and then he's still trying to build up the bank with that. Pain, however, going to be opting to go in for the buy this round, actually trying to force things up. You've got the Galil on zqkS and one on KillDreaM as well. Up on Lula, and then AKs across the other two remaining players. So a fairly mixed buy from either team here. UMP still up on the side of Selfless as they try to build a little bit more of an economy into round 3. And well, KillDream's going to be trying to go aggressive out into mid with 2 players as well from Team Pain, making their way down to Ivy to put the early aggression on there and try and grab control of that off of Selfless. Nifty once again goes very aggressive in towards Pop. So zqkS are going to be waiting for that patiently up at the top of the ladder. Just waiting for him to rear his head, potentially backed up, of course, by his teammate in the form of S1.
Oh, but the flash goes in. Nifty going to be full white, not going to be able to take the fight, and has to back off as zqkS takes him down. That's going to be the man advantage now for Pain as they start to converge out towards this A site. No one fully flashed himself, just going to be waiting for this push from Pain. And you can see it will be coming out of main. Bit of a split towards PopDog as well. No one spots it out. Great spray control to take a second as well. Chimes in with a third. Will be able to drop Lula, and it's going to be a man advantage situation for Selfless, but he's not done. That's going to be the ace.
Oh my god, that's an ace if I ever did see one.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, no, you don't get better than that. No one with the spray control to find two, and then just the rampant flick shots to secure the 5k there. What a play from that Selfless player, and as a result, they're going to secure that third round on the board in phenomenal fashion.
Yeah, what a play if I've ever seen one. He's just going to work his way around the electrical box like an absolute demon, and Pain, they have nothing to show for it, getting completely ruined. And they will be going for the full spy in this round, despite not getting a bomb plant, of course. A good investment. They've got, you know, 1,500 plus nades, so pretty much 2,700 into this one, and they will just be going for what looks like a bit of a fast B play. We do have Brehze though, pushed up aggressively. Got to be able to stop this. The Molotovs as well in place, and dukeN's going to be peeking into that one. Takes a kill. S1 chimes in as well, and now that's going to be the 5 versus 3. Pain instantly taking the man advantage, but Selfless, they are going to be rotating in towards B, but we still won't see this B push come into play, so not going to be fully committing to the rotation, still leaving Caboose over towards the site, which is going to make it way easier late round for Pain, as they only have to push up against 2 CTs, and make that just 1, because we already see the rotation from Mitch back in towards the A site, and we will see this push come in, but only 1 player committing to it, oh sorry, 2, just going to be dukeN and KillDreaM as they push into the site, the rest of them coming out on towards A, and no one is going to spot out that first player. Should be spotting out the second as well, trying to take this ace once again, it seems. He drops dukeN, and the rest of Pain, they are going to be converging out on towards the A site here, so bomb going down as well, and a 3v3 in play for the T side.
Yeah, bomb does get planted. They have a good bit of firepower as well to try and hold on to this. Molotov's going to come out to try and slow down the push, but as Lula falls, they do lose the equal 3-on-3 advantage here of having that bomb down. It's going to go 2-on-3 for the retake, and well, Selfless going to be flushing themselves out onto the site. zqkS tries to come in with the Tech 9 in hand, gets taken down there by Mitch, who secures 2 frags, 3 in total, and then 2 as well for no one. Star player in the previous round, and it's going to go 4-0 now in favour of Selfless.
Yeah, massive round for Pain once again, and for Selfless once again, and we will see Pain going for this buy because they did get the bomb down in that 4, so at least some kind of economical advantage for them, going for the Galils, the AKs, and maybe even some Tech 9s if they want to buy a bit more utility with their players, but it seems like instead just going for the full rifles is a more safe play, I guess, in terms of having the weaponry to take on Selfless, and they definitely need it. Nifty's going to be on the SMG, but still very viable against these AKs in a close range engagement, and of course the full rifles across the board for Selfless as well, so nothing to be scared of here for the CT side as Pain. They start to take a bit of low control again. Nifty in the same position, throws up a molly, and that's going to give him the chance to at least push in right after that molly, followed up with maybe a flashbang to try and trade things out. And you can see he may be pushing into this molly as he just tries to get a bit of information. Pain, one player there. S1 just going to be tagged up to 26 and just a back off for Nifty. Oh no, he's going to commit to it again. I'm not sure if I like this. Ooh, mind games though.
Yeah, makes his way up the ladder undetected. He's not to find anything off the back of it. S1 now trying to find this frag elsewhere on the map as well. You've got 3 players in towards Ivy trying to exert their pressure there, and as Nifty picks up that frag, it is pivotal that Lula comes on through and equalizes out the player back into a 4-on-4 here. Mitch is going to be the one trying to watch Ivy. Smoke's going to put him out of position. He's going to be biding his time. Caboose is going to find one on the KillDreaM, and now Mitch flashing on through. No one gets a second. No one gets one of his own. Sorry, Nifty just chimes in with number 2. It's all going to be on Mitch, and he finds that last frag on a Lula. So in the blink of an eye, it's going to go 5-0. As Selfless pick up their 5th round. A
flawless round as well, no deaths. And if you actually have a look at the scoreboard here, there's already 0 kills on Mitch in this whole game, and the max of 2 across these players in 5 rounds, which is actually quite good. Of course, they do have no losses here, but they've only died 2 times of the maximum here. So you can see, looking at the scoreboard there, that's a pretty decent start for Selfless. And of course, not dying many times means they're able to build up their CT economy. Like you can see, they've got between 6 and 8k on most of the players as well. So a fairly decent start here for the North Americans, and they definitely need it after being knocked out of the last map, their own map pick against Pain as well. So we will of course see Pain on this Tech 9 armor buy again. Going to be heading over towards B, or potentially PopDog, just depending on the setup. And Nifty once again, he may try and get up this one undetected as he pushes up towards the ladder, spots out zqkS, but he still jumps straight in and gets a kill, retrieves the AK, and that's going to be a rifle in the hands of Pain. But not only that, but also the man advantages as they converge out on towards this B site. Just Brehze in position.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to Brehze trying to hold this one down. He's got the M4 in hand, also has a flash and an incendiary to try and work with him. Smoke's going to go out and cover their entry, and while S1 finds that frag, he does good damage though on his zqkS and KillDreaM, but it's not enough as it goes 3-on-5 now. Bomb gets planted, Mitch tries to make his way in, and might be able to find a frag here onto Lula, does so. It's going to put into a 3-on-4, suddenly a 3-on-3 as no one picks up a frag as well. dukeN trying to do what he can with the Tech 9, finds one on the Mitch, he's going to slow down his push out onto the site, and now he's in the back line, finally gets taken down by no one. And now it's Caboose and no one. The dream team, the dynamic duo to try and clutch this one out. No one's going to fall. It's all onto kaboose, and he gets peeked by zqkS. The double peek comes through supreme, and that's going to be Pain securing their first round on the board.
Finally, but they do step up in the meantime, and of course Selfless will have the economy to buy up fully. They're going to have the rifles, they're going to have the AWP on Nifty as well, so it's not going to be bad for the time being, but this may just be their last full buy. As you can see, they're investing quite a lot of their economy into this one, and the loss bonus is not going to favour them enough, so if they do, of course, lose this second round in a row, they won't be going for the buy unless they have to force things up, but definitely no AWP. And talking about AWP, we see a double one. Nifty and Mitch going to be picking up for Selfless. This is the first time we've seen it in this best of two, for them actually going for the double AWP. Look at that peek right through the Molotov. Isn't able to land it, but very, very close there from Nifty as he backs off. The Pain not able to retrieve an AWP and zqkS themselves, just sticking with the full rifles.
Yeah, and now we're going to be seeing S1 trying to put the hurt on a player down towards that B site, opting now to full on back. Just going to be relinquishing the control of that back up towards Selfless. They're going to be still somewhat devoted to trying to make this B play work. Nifty is down to 73 HP as well, but he's still playing very aggressively with the AWP over towards there. And as a result, Pain, they're keeping 3 players behind, looking like they could rotate onto A at any minute now. Nifty still playing around here, trying to go aggressive onto these players to try to push up towards B. And now we're going to be seeing Pain falling on back, looking like A might be in their future. And KillDreaM and dukeN just walking back and forth, a little bit dazed and confused about what it is they want to be doing. As it looks like B slightly leaning into their favour, but you know what, KillDreaM, I'm just going to stop trying to predict your movements. I don't know what you're doing. And now the push is going to be underway out on towards this A site. dukeN to be the first one to try and open things up, making his way through the smoke field they've been able to put down to cover their approach. And well, he's going to be peeking on up. kaboose gets tagged down low in the process, and dukeN's able to find him, finds that first frag. Lula as well, making his way up on top of the train, trying to find one onto the player in towards Ivy. zqkS does get one to no one. It's going to go 3-on-5 now as they make their way onto the site. Brehze trying to equalize things out, puts it into a 3-on-4 for Selfless as the retake comes underway.
Yeah, bomb goes down here in the favour of Pain, and now they just have to hold off. The last bit of utility going to be used up from S1 there over towards Ivy, but the flashes still come in. It feels like Selfless may actually push in through these smokes, and it's not going to work out. Lula catches the AWP out, Mitch is down, and Nifty's going to be able to save with his own AWP, but they will be trying to chase this one, and Lula doing a great job of it. Drops Nifty all on Brehze there over towards the CT spawn, and I don't think they'll even let him save this one if they start to chase, because they have got the time if they just hurry up and just kick it into overdrive, going for this last remaining player. Brehze going to be peeking into a double peek though. If Pain around the corner, they'll just be going towards CT spawn. But again, S1's going to be charging in. Sorry, does go down to KillDreaM instead. And Pain 2 rounds in a row. So Selfless probably not going to go into their buy here. As you can see, their economy, as I mentioned, will be pretty weak. They do have enough on no one, but by and large, not going to be too much. I can imagine maybe some pistol drops from him, and that will probably be it here as Selfless, they go into their eco, their first eco, in fact.
Yeah, and sadly, it's been actually quite a quiet game so far from kaboose over on the side of Selfless. Someone who previously actually had quite a large impact in the last map, only on 1 frag currently, and we're 8 rounds in, so not looking too good for him there. But saying that, he does pick up his second, so he's actually doubled his kills into this round. So not too bad. zqkS, oh wait, sorry, kaboose is the one that I was on about, and no, he dies. He's still on 1 frag. Forget that. Mitch, though, going to be chiming in with one of his own. It's going to go 3-on-4, make that a 3-on-2 as they exchange shots back and forth. No one's going to find another one at S1, and now it's all going to be on Lula. 1 versus 3, has the AK in hand. He's got to try and make this work. But the longer he leaves it, the more weapons Selfless are able to scavenge off of the dead corpses of the T side. And well, he's going to get taken down by Mitch with the 5-7. They secure his 6th round on the board off the back of a force buy.
And still have the weapons to work with as well. That's a great shutdown from Selfless, of course, and Pain. They will still have a bit of money to go for the buy. 4 rifles, one of them being an AWP, and of course that Tech 9 on Lula. So it's definitely not a bad buy. Nothing to be ashamed of here from the Brazilian side, but they're going to be fighting up against a full horde of weapons from Selfless. And look at the Molotovs and smokes as well. Great money for them, of course, after winning that eco. And it will be a bit of a threat here, but Mitch, he's going to be a threat, pushing out towards Ivy. No one going to be there to contest with, of course, for the time being, so no kill coming out from him, but the information still gained. And meanwhile, KillDreaM going to be dropping Brehze over towards the B upper as he gets a bit aggressive, a bit restless there. And of course, a man advantage now for Pain, going to be doubled as S1. He takes down Nifty over towards the A site.
Yep, they secure a 2-man advantage very early on, and it's probably the most favourable position we've seen Pain in off the bat. They secure a 2-man lead. And now Selfless trying to play off of this. They send kaboose up aggressive here. kaboose currently on 1 frag. It's almost like this is a 2 versus 5 actually right now for Selfless. That's the sound of shots being fired. And, well, he's been fairly quiet so far. Potentially he can change that here. He's in a fairly advantageous position. S1's going to be the one to peek him. And He's going to get taken down. Now it's going to be a 2-on-5 and no one peeking out in towards B, trying to find some frags, get the information that the push is going to be coming underway.
Oh, and no one just dropping in onto the site as we see the push just through the edge of the smoke. That's going to be KillDreaM making his way on towards the B site, and he just jumps through the smoke, turns around, but there's going to be zqkS, glocks him. Dazed will be proud, and now it's going to be a 2, or make that a 1, sorry, versus 5, but Mitch just gets taken down, and Pain, they finally reset Selfless economy. Of course, they do manage to pick up the eco in the previous round, so having some spare money to work with. So technically, they could actually get a buy on 3 of the players out, and I think they will go for it, because that's more than worthwhile here. A triple rifle buy, as we see some pistols as well to support on Caboose and Brehze. They're going to be picking up the pistols here for the CT side, as we see the AWP come in for Mitch, and of course Nifty and no one to work with as well. So Selfless just trying to bring it back from a loss, of course, and we do see KillDreaM not anticipating the economy that we're seeing on Selfless, going for that Mac 10. But again, we've talked about this, it's going to be useful because we see no head armor on the board for Selfless.
Yeah, potential for KillDreaM to convert that Mac 10 buy into plenty of money. $600, of course, per kill. No one's going to be the one to start things off. They finds one on the zqkS, puts it with a 1-man advantage now in the way of Selfless. Saying that, KillDreaM chimes on through. 1 onto Mitch, equalizes it out into a 4-on-4. Doesn't account for Caboose, though. He's pushed up aggressive through Ivy. Going to be facing off any minute now, and Caboose is able to find him. That's Caboose's kills doubled. There we go, 2 frags. Welcome back to the scoreboard, Caboose. It's been a while since we saw you here. It's going to go 4-on-3 now as Selfless secure a 1-man advantage. dukeN's already got the bomb out, maybe a little bit preemptively, nowhere near the site just yet. And they're going to be making their way on out now. Brehze and Nifty here to try and slow this one down. Smoke's going to cover the approach, though. S1's going to find that frag on Nifty. Brehze playing close on the site. It's going to get taken down by dukeN. It's going to go 2-on-3 for the retake. No one and Caboose to try and make this one work.
Yep, and we will be seeing, of course, a retake with 1 AWP, which doesn't make it easy here for Selfless. Caboose going to be dropping that out for an M4, though, but has to get the reloaded. That's going to be valuable seconds wasted as we see this retake attempt. Already dukeN silencing Caboose, and it's all going to be on no one. No real potential to get this retake. It does land one onto dukeN and may follow up as well onto S1, but there's going to be a player from upper ready to peek him here in this 2 versus 1. He does go for the fight, but not going to commit to it, so backing off and letting his teammate do the work as S1 wraps himself around the site. And that'll be the round again for Pain, so keeping it real as Selfless there. You know, last chance force buy doesn't go their way, of course, and we do see the eco come out finally from these North American players as Pain. They are going to pick up the Mac 10 again on Lula, and this could be dangerous because that is going to be the spray and pray gun that Pain really need.
Yeah, definitely so. And it is just going to be vanilla pistols on 2 of the players. A little bit of an upgrade for no one, Caboose and Brehze, as they do take the flash as well. It's going to be used very early on, though, so no utility here to hold this one down as Pain make their way out. Swinging onto the A site. Now opting to fall on back. Don't want to be giving too much of an advantage the way of Selfless here. And while Lulu's going to fall almost immediately, Mac 10 out of the hands of Pain. And now the push is going to be underway. Brehze trying to hold this one down. Finds a nice 1-tap out on the KillDreaM. It's going to go 5-on-3. Pain, they finally trade back. Find that frag on a Brehze, but it's a 3-on-4 for the retake here. They might only have vanilla pistols, but they do have the man advantage. zqkS is going to be stuck up in showers, and Mitch is trying to put the hurt on here. No one as well comes up to try and back things up. They are going to be double peeking this player. They might be able to secure an AWP for their troubles in towards the site as well. Nifty is going to get taken down, but in exchange he does put dukeN onto 7 HP. They do manage to get an AWP as well, and there's no one making it work. Finds one on an S1. Now it's all on dukeN. Got to try and find these 3 remaining players, and he only gets 1. Mitch is there to trade things out, and the defuse comes in from Caboose. It's going to go 7-4, and Selfless, they should not have won that round.
No, but somehow it's just ecos. They've won 2 ecos this map so far, so massive performance from Selfless. Pain not able to really show much, and we of course see the AWP back on zqkS as well as the full rifles. They have plenty of money after picking up those couple of rounds in a row from the T side, not losing money against the Selfless buy, so going to be able to retain a bit more into this round, but still it is going to be their last before they have to eco if Selfless pick up another round, and we will see, of course, the AWP again on Nifty. Mitch not picking it up for the double because they don't have the economy to sustain it, but it's still going to be good enough, and we've seen them do, I mean, we've seen them win rounds with pistols, Harry. I'm sure they'll be able to do it with rifles. Yeah,
I mean, you'd think that that would be the case. I mean, Pain is the feeling I feel like all the fans right now of the Brazilian side are feeling. It's not been a very good, game so far, has it? For Pain, only 4 rounds on the board, and it's 7-4 currently. 3 rounds between them and their North American counterparts here. They're trying to make their way out towards B. 3 players there to try and start things off. Bombs dropped back passively, and then they have a player in towards Ivy as well as one watching the push in mid.
Nifty though, you may catch up this first player over towards A main as we see a bit of aggression coming out from dukeN. They're not going to be able to find anything though, as we do see the T's take their time on this push. Bomb rotating back through B upper over towards the T-spawn area, so potential to push in towards A main here, as we do have a bit of pop dog control as well as one player pushed out Ivy. That's going to be Lula. He'll be able to sneak out maybe, as we do see a passive hold from Mitch over towards the CT spawn, not taking this fight, and instead just waiting for the CT push, and we do of course have kaboose holding the angle over from the site instead. And Nifty finally dropping the first player over in A main. zqkS goes down, Lula as well dropped over towards Ivy, and now we see two players, and instantly this has just gone terribly for Pain, and Selfless going to be able to pick up another kill in the hands of Nifty. KillDreaM does return, but kaboose will drop him right in the head, and Selfless, they are going to be taking an 8-4 scoreline. A massive performance here in Pain. Look at their money. No bomb plant, no happiness, no economy to work with, but force buy coming in nonetheless as we go into one of the later rounds of the half.
Yep, round 13 is not the time you want to be forced onto this eco here. They're only at the back foot heading into this round. Let's see if they can pull a Selfless on it and try and turn this one around. We're going to be seeing rifles across the board for the CT side, with an AWP up on Nifty as well. And he's going to be going very aggressive early on. Lands 2 nice B-hops to get him up there nice and early. Finds that first frag on a dukeN. Going to go for the repeat. Makes it, I was going to say makes it 2, but doesn't quite pull the trigger in time. S1 there to get the return frag. It's going to go 4 and 4, and they get an AWP for their troubles. But Brehze coming in from behind finds one, goes for the spray as well, and he can't land it. Brehze, that was almost sad. Can we get the sad violin music queued up? That was terrible. And it's all going to fall into S1. AWP in hand, 1 versus 2. No one's there to finish what Brehze started. And the defuse is going to come in for Selfless. 9-4 is the score currently. But Pain, they do get a bomb plant and a lot of damage out of that round.
Exactly. But still, at the end of the day, what matters is Selfless took it. A 9-4 scoreline now, and there's only 2 more left of the half. And Pain, of course, they do have the loss bonus combined with the money from the bomb plant, but I'm not too sure if they're going to be able to commit to a full buy. Force, or is this a quasi? I'm not too sure. It seems like a quasi at the moment. But I mean, if they ecoed that last round, if they ecoed that last round, and even if they didn't get the bomb plant, they'd still have enough from the loss bonus to actually go for a full buy this round. So actually going for the full buy in the previous round, even though they got the bomb plant and 3 kills, it's going to put them in a detrimental hole for the rest of the half, because it means they're only going to get 1 buy out of the 3, whereas they could have a potential 2. So I don't agree with the buy, but in the previous round, of course. But you can see now they're only going to get 1 full buy out of this one. And Nifty just aggressive with the AWP, as you do there in Pop Dog, dropping 1. We have kaboose just farming a bit of money. He's going for 3 kills, all headshots, apart from the one on dukeN, of course. But Selfless, they are going to be taking another round, flawless this time, a very quick one as well. And they're going to be going on the lines for an 11-4 against Pain, as we do see the buy finally come out from these Brazilians. But again, could have bought up 2 rounds ago. They could have, sorry, bought up the previous round if they went for the eco 2 rounds ago.
Yeah, at least they do manage to get a nice buy on the board, though, for the last round of the half. 10-4 is the scoreline currently. And Pain potentially could bring it back to 10-5, which suddenly isn't a very disrespectful scoreline to get over on the T side on Train. S1's going to be going very aggressive over here towards B. There's 3 players here to challenge, though. Is he bitten off more than he can chew, as they are going to be triple peeking him, making their way in towards B, very aggressive early on.
This could be good though. S1, he's going to be caught out, I think, as Nifty pushes up. He finds that kill. S1 goes down. He could follow up as well. Second one, but zqkS does trade things out here, as no one again continues to aggress here with kaboose supporting. But zqkS finds a second somehow. I'm not sure how they allowed him to get that, but no one trades things out. So back into a 3-on-3 here. But Selfless do have an extremely tagged up player onto no one. So it is still going to be potential for Pain to pick this one up. And you see his flank from Lula. Despite the bomb being down for the CTs, they are extremely tagged up. And Mitch, talking about tagged up, gets taken down. No one dropped as well from Lula. It's all going to be on Brehze. He has the auto sniper, finds that first onto dukeN, but Lula's going to be over towards B, and he also has that bomb, so potential to go towards any site of his choice. And we'll see after he emerges from the smoke. Going to be dropping down towards A. Going to be the right call, as Brehze's rotated, expecting this B push, and it won't be coming underway as a bomb goes down towards the site.
Yeah, Brehze perhaps reading the situation a little bit wrong as he rotates in towards B. Now it's going to be him in this 1 versus 1 against Lula. Bomb goes down over towards A, and he's slowly making his way in through the B site. Going to be looking to come down. Pop Dog trying to grab the element of surprise over his Brazilian counterpart here as the bomb timer is ticking away. He has got plenty of utility to play around with, but has no information as to where Lula is. And
that's the issue. There's so many positions you can play that bomb for. Ivy, you know, even connector, if you just play it safe, if you have a Molotov like he does, you can play it from upper, you can play it from A main, you can play it from around the back of these trains, anywhere really. And there's just so many spots to check and so little time. So he has to bait out the bomb. Nice peek from Lula jumping on top of the train and just doing it twice. But this time the diffuser is being stuck. But Lula, spicy one tap, finishes things up here. Pain, they will take the round, and that's going to be a nice clutch there for Lula to secure the final round of the half for Pain. 10-5 now, and it's all going to be on this pistol round.
Yeah, I mean, if Selfless take the pistol, it could easily go to a 13-5 scoreline. If Pain take it though, it's going to go 8-10, and suddenly, you know, they could be potentially back in the driving seat. That's a lot. That's a really, you know, very close competitive scoreline to have on train.
Especially on the CT side as well.
Yeah.
You know, having an 8-10 scoreline isn't that bad because you can always bring it back. You know, having the chance to, you know, get to an 8-10 and then being on the favoured side, pretty good. You know, foot in the door, I guess you could say. But off into the second pistol round here, of course. Having a look at the buys, we see 4 armors on Pain. We got the kit as well as zqkS and Selfless. They've got the confidence going into this half, and they've gone for the full armor, no nades.
Yeah, and well, they're only trying to go straight in through Ivy. All 5 players dedicated to this, loading all their eggs into one basket, as it were, making their way downtown. Trying to spot this out. dukeN's going to be the one playing this angle, joined up by S1. Don't need more players within the vicinity in the form of Lula. 3 people here to try and hold this push down, and straight away, dukeN's going to get tagged down low. Are they getting a count for S1? He finds one, going to go for the second, makes it 2, is going to get taken down, better late than never. As Kaboose does find that trade frag, it's going to go 2 on 3 now as Pain have to try and retake this site. And while bomb doesn't even get planted before zqkS is able to find that kill on a Brehze. As well as that, KillDreaM is going to get tagged down to 7 HP by Nifty in towards Pop Dog. Kaboose goes for the frag onto zqkS, and he does so. It's all going to be on KillDreaM 1 versus 2. USP in hand, got to try and make this work, but it's not meant to be as Nifty picks up that frag. Nifty and Kaboose close that round out, allowing Selfless to take this to an 11-5 scoreline. A
dominant one as well, because now, as we said, most likely going to be guaranteed to pull themselves up to a 13-5, and that's got to be GG for Pain, because they've got to pick up another, you know, 11 rounds to take it against, you know, the 3 from Selfless, which is going to be a horrible situation. But we're going to see how it pans out. Of course, Selfless going for this buy. They've got a couple of rifles, a couple of SMGs, and Mitch just saving on this Tech 9 as well, as we see Pain force up the issue, and a nice scout tag onto Nifty to kick things off. Maybe able to follow up as well, as we see more players filter out a main here, and the push in through Pop Dog as well. Selfless is just going to split onto the site, and it's doing great work for them. We have this player over connector, but zqkS just gets eliminated from the server from no one. And you can see taps away. This should just be a fairly good clean-up from the Selfless side. Only S1 left alive in main.
Yeah, and he's going to be 1 versus 4. Does have an ump for his troubles, but has got 4 members of Selfless left to find. Potentially, he might be able to pick up 1 or 2 here and there as he makes his way in through Team main. The question is, are they aware of his presence? Of course, he is top fragging right now for his team. 14 frags to his name. So if there's anyone they would want in this situation, it's going to be him. But with only a UMP in his hand, and 4 members of Selfless left to find, no kit as well, it's not looking too good here. I think the plan was try and find an exit frag, maybe grab yourself an AK, but it just isn't meant to be. Although saying that, Mitch might be the meal of the day as he takes him down. Only a scout on that player now. They do know where S1 is. They're already pushing on in, trying to find this frag, and there's Brehze with the MAC-10 in hand. Sadly, MAC-10 beats UMP every day of the week.
Yep, that's what happens when you spend $150 left. You get less and you get a better gun. Same as the pistols versus the rifles, of course, because this game is incredibly balanced. But Pain, they are going to be going for the eco. And this is where we see some real pain, because Selfless, they brought in the P90, and Harry, dangerous weapon on Kaboose.
Yeah, I mean, Kaboose going full-on Silver 3 as he picks up the P90.
Silver 4 at least.
Silver 4 at least. As it's going to go 12-5 currently. Selfless looking to make their way in towards B. By the looks of things, 3 players here to try and start this off. Brehze and no one watching the flanks. No one's going to go for the spray on a S1, and he is able to find that. Kaboose straight out onto B. P90 in hand, looking to spray down some nerds as he makes his way over towards connector here. Going to come out in full force. Brehze is going to get taken down over towards that A site by zqkS. It's going to be a 3-on-4 for the retake here. And Bomb's still actually knocked down. Thinking it was going to make its way over towards B, but instead it's actually going to make its way over towards A. Kaboose gets 2, going to be looking for the 3rd as well, and just trying to AD out onto zqkS there. He's going to get taken down, but Mitch there for the trade frag. And they do get the bomb down at the end just to get a little bit more Skrilla in the old bank account.
Of course, helpful there, but clearly Kaboose doesn't know how you use the P90. He's just trying to AD. It's clear all you have to do is hold W. You don't hold AD, you just hold W, you run, you spray, you kill. It's a great combination. But anyway, off into the buy run now, and Kaboose actually committing to the B90 once again. Despite having enough for an AK drop, he goes to the SMG. So, I mean, a good bit of fun into the mix here. Not going to be too bad of a call, of course, and we do see Pain going for their own rifles as we see KillDreaM just instantly kicking things off, dropping the P90 of Kaboose and taking down 1 player of Selfless. So a man advantage now for the CT side of Selfless. They attempt to push in through the smoke. Flash is going in for no one. He peeks in over to the electrical box of this teammate as well. And the Molotov forcing KillDreaM out of position, making him peek over towards the site as well. They haven't got this connector smoke down to catch the rotations either, so they have to be careful with their pushes. But zqkS is going to be kicking things off from Ivy, holding down the, from CT, taking down the first. Brehze goes down, peeking to connector from no one, finally dropping that KillDreaM player, and now it's going to be a 3v4. Make that a 3v3, make that a 3v2, no one. He gets the 3k, that's going to be the meal deal. He's got the sandwich, he's got the crisps, and he's got the drink as well. He's got all 3. And 2 players are going to remain for Pain here. Nifty just eliminating one, leaving Lula alone.
Yep, and no one doesn't even need vision of the guys he's shooting at, apparently, as Lula's going to get tagged down to 2 HP, trying to make his way through the smoke there. Mitch there to finish things off and trade that back in the favour of Selfless. It's going to go 14-5 as they have a very dominant start to their T side here in the second half. Only 1 round away from taking this to match point.
Of course, and of course, again, the eco from Pain. They haven't got really much into this round. You can see, are they going to be fighting for overtime? No, they're not. They're only going to be low investing into this one. A safe play, I guess. So just going for the pistols, not the armor, not the high rifles, of course, and just the Mag 7 as well. So nothing too special here from the Pain side.
Yep, those Deagles potential to wreak some havoc as they do come in handy at close range. dukeN as well, going to go aggressive early on. It's going to get taken down. Pays for it in his life as Brehze does find him. KillDreaM trying to trade things back out. Finds one under Brehze, but kaboose is there. Puts it with a 1-man advantage now in favour of Selfless as they try making their way out on towards this A site. zqkS playing close onto electric boxes. Might be able to find one in the Mitch here, but oh my god, he was switching weapon and you still couldn't do it. He's going to find that frag, and now it's going to be S1, 1 versus 3 as he picks up one on a Mitch. He's done a little bit of damage, but he's got to do a lot more if he wants to stand a chance of this, and Nifty reigns supreme, finds that 1 tap, and it's going to go 15-5. Selfless are so close to closing this out.
And this may just be the final round of tonight, Harry. It's getting very emotional here. 15-5. The buy comes up from Pain. They're able to afford a little more. The double AWP as well coming out going to be pretty influential from their side, but we are getting very, very close to the detrimental end of Pain. And it's going to be a very painful one as well. Selfless going to be buying up the P90 again on Caboose, and we've got the full rifles. No AWP needed on this T side. They've got all the economy in the world. They could buy out something funny, but I can't think of a good joke at this point, so I'm not going to even try for this one. As we see Selfless again aggress towards Ivy. Flash comes in. We can see a push from S1 as well, but he just gets eliminated there. The full push here from Selfless, and all going to be coming into play for dukeN. Peeks out for 1. Flash goes out as well. Goes for the second as well, but they're not going to be pushing into his sights just yet. Just setting up their crossfire with nades, and the peek from no one. This could be bad for him, but dukeN just going to back off as we see the flashes. KillDreaM aggressive over towards Ivy. Does get one, but instantly traded here as we go into the 3v3. And Selfless, site control now, going to be engaged.
Yeah, bomb should be going down any minute now, but no one. He's going to find one. Brehze gets the second, and now it's all going to fall on Alula. 1 versus 3, and no one hunts him down, finds the frag, and it's going to go 16-5. Want to ring the bell as class is now all said and done. And that's going to be it from us tonight. It has been fantastic, though. What a way to round things off. 16-5 on Train. That was incredibly enjoyable, both to cast and to watch, hopefully.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's going to be it from me and Hugo. How did you find that last game?
Very good. Obviously, a lot of fun. We sadly aren't going to be doing one more best of 2 because it was cancelled, unfortunately. I think it's today or last night or something. I'm not too sure when. Yeah. But yeah, that's going to be our last game of the night, of course, as Harry mentioned. But you can see more of us. Hopefully, we'll be back here at the studio at a later date. We aren't going to be able to come in tomorrow. Of course, James and Dan will be back. Unfortunately, I'm not free for that one, so we decided to back out, obviously, because a duo is not a duo without me.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Or you know, for that matter. So we will be
kind of fun in the hotel room on my own.
Exactly. We will be taking a short break from us. Maybe we'll be back in the future, who knows. Hopefully you enjoyed our casting, and of course if you did, you can check us out on Twitter. We do have our links. Hopefully they'll appear below. You can see I'm down there. It's Hugo TV. We've got Harry at Just Harry GG. Be sure to check us out. Leave us a follow if you do want to see more of our casting, and of course hopefully we will be back here to do some more ECS matches at the FACEIT Studios. Again, have a great night, guys, and we'll see you soon.